Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about how to stay concentrated. This is really some weird and important stuff. So if you're having trouble of being focused, we are going through some tips on improving this concentration, discover more ways to stay focused and achieve your goals. So we discuss the principle of focus, and this is, as I said, the most important for success and for improving. So there are many benefits, of staying focused as you would imagine. And don't worry, they're not so difficult to implement. Focus is one of the most important principles, for example, for success. And success begins with having this clear vision of what you want to accomplish. You need, for example, the right people also leading, for example. And once you have established, for example, these principles, you can start implementing them on your business, on yourself, on your free time, and reduce also the stress. So you cannot succeed without some loyal people on your side, and it's critical for success. And you should also avoid multitasking and structure your schedules, for example. For example, you must give 100% of your attention to one task at a time and complete this in the most effective way possible. So it's very important to also avoid distractions. So focus is about knowing what you want and staying focused until you achieved it. So by practicing these principles every day, you will improve your way, and strategies to improve concentration. What are these? For example, you may have noticed that sometimes you aren't able to concentrate on something, and this can be due to some lot of stuff, including your environment, your health, and distractions altogether, and that we are surrounded all the time. You may not be able also to tune, for example, to distract you, to manage this distraction over email, social media, or even YouTube videos. And we are going to some ways to improve this. So you will be amazed how much you can accomplish if you do this, if you focus really on something. So to start, you should keep track of how much time you spend on different stuff, on different activities, and that most people, concentrate, are able to concentrate 20 or 30 minutes, and that's why you should try to limit yourself on this shorter periods of time to make something frequent tasks. So that means limiting these frequent tasks to 20-30 minutes is a good way. So keeping track of your time can help also your subconscious and practice this improvement for concentration. There are also several ways to track time with a timer or something, and whatever method you should do it. So another great way to improve these concentrations, as I said, is setting a timer. And you can set, for example, on your phone, and remind yourself to make a break, for example. For example, focus for the next 20 minutes, then set a timer for 5 minutes, break intervals, and then another 20 minutes. So, and then just stop for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, because it's too much. It is something you must really need to focus on. So, also the timer will remind you to take this break, as I said. So, as we see, focus is critical for our future. Learning to improve our concentration is really an important skill for our career, for success, and our happiness altogether. When you know how to concentrate, you maximize your day and your learning time, and there are many benefits, and there are strategies also to improve this concentration as we're talking, and it will improve every aspect of your life. So don't wait any longer, start these concentration techniques today. You will be surprised, and there are ways also you should do to remove these distractions. One most obvious is when you work with technology. For example, having constant notification, and this takes us off track. And you should spend, for example, 2 hours working on a report, only to find then afterwards you focused and you were distracted all the time by this phone call, by these messages. And to prevent being distracted, turn off notifications and alerts on your mobile phone. Or, for example, by doing this, we'll be able to focus and finish your work a lot faster. And it's common, for example, in open offices also. So important to protect yourself from other colleagues or bosses even. So to keep from being distracted, avoid, as I said, also multitasking. Using, for example, laptop or mobile phone to multitask will also just disrupt this flow time, And to stay focused, you should make these blocks of time during the day where you need really to do this stuff. So that means, for example, having this calendar, and during this time turn off all other stuff. And it's important also to get a lot of sleep as much as possible. Exercise also. Exercise is good for mental health, physical health. So limiting how often you check other stuff and interrupting every time. And if you have an office phone, try to have the calls number redirected to somewhere else, or some voicemail or something. Get rid of these obvious distractions is the first step. And also the next step is to avoid this cluttered workspace, because this is obvious, and you must make sure that it's clear and it's clean, and take out everything that's not necessary, and you will find you're more focused and efficient in everything, and you will also be able to enjoy a more productive day overall. As I said, also it's important to taking breaks, because these breaks improves your focus by increasing your attention. You're being more alert and also more motivated. It helps you to relax, also reduce the stress and boost your health. So take also a walk, for example, get up from your desk, stand up like this, or do something else that relaxes you. Even, for example, these small tasks like, for example, eating in between, or snack, or brushing your teeth, or it gives you really some boost, and it helps you reduce the stress. And sometimes when we are, for example, a little down in energy, it's also hard to take this break. But you can try you must be self-care. You must focus on your self-care, and this takes over this depression symptoms. For example, listening, for example, to music, also sometimes keeping also a gratitude journal, or enjoying even a cup of tea or coffee. All good ideas, to get off this routine and to reset your attention. So try to find something you enjoy and take a break when you need it. And if you try this strategy, you see you see also what works best for you. And you will also notice these results that come, And there are, even if you take this micro breaks, this increases performance. And for example, you can also, as I said, cup of coffee, or if you're working, for example, in a complex problem, take a break now and then, and this helps your brain to recover from this tiredness and can spark this creativity even. So you get more work done. So for example, when you're working on a project, taking a break, a complex, generate also more ideas. And a break can also be structured. This doesn't mean that you have to follow this strict schedule, but experiment and find what works for you. And it's really important to get this before you are completely exhausted. And when you're unable, for example, to work for a long time, you're more likely to become irritable, distracted, and lose really your focus. It's important also to reward yourself for this attention. That means distractions are not always bad. For example, sometimes they can motivate you to take this task more efficiently. So by using, for example, these reward techniques, you can train yourself to focus more easily. If you want to get a work done quickly, reward yourself with something you enjoy or do not really find necessary. This will encourage you to associate your efforts with positive feelings. And the more rewards you have, little things like a piece of chocolate or something, or pleasant distraction. There are a few examples, you can check off these tasks and complete them, and then mark them, and afterwards you reward something. For example, that results in extra time. A movie, for example, or activity, you could give yourself, for example, as I said, something pleasant. And if you need help, check out the description. I have links and resources that will surely help you. And let me know in the comments what did help you, what could help you, and how do you find this useful? Did it help you? You can share it, you can subscribe, and I'm very grateful that you're there, and I'm really anxious to know what did this help you. And as I said, these are personal experience and researches that I did. So be courageous, take care, and don't let yourself distracted.